Nathan Little here, ladies and gentlemen, giving you my top 5 teams in the 14th region for boys basketball this past week, just coming out of the All-A Classic. Tons of basketball. Before we get any further, let's look at this bracket for a second. The top half, Cordia, Owsley, Lee, Breathitt, JBS. Bottom half, Knott, Hazard, Wolf, Buckhorn, Leslie, Knott, Hazard, Wolf, all right there in that cluster. So unfortunate. Hey, look, I love the boys, girls double headers, and I know you can only have one champion in this, but man, when this bracket was settled, did anybody think to maybe say, hey, can we do this again? Can we pretend this didn't happen? But no such luck. Knott, Hazard, Wolf, big dogs in the 14th region this year all had to battle it out within the first couple of games, first couple of rounds, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here as we go on. But let me talk to you about my top 5 teams. You want to get in the top 5 teams, you got to win. You got to win your games for the week. This isn't a definitive ranking. This isn't. It's kind of a power rankings, I guess. Just who performed well this week. And you got 2 big dogs in Perry County Central and Hazard. Still yet to win a game this year, and I think they'll be there by the end of the year. You can make the argument that they're there right now. They've just not had the chance to prove it or not put it together. But either way it goes, Hazard and Perry Central have been 2 titans of the 14th region. They are not even in this week's top 5, and we're going to start it off with Buckhorn, ladies and gentlemen. Buckhorn comes in 2-1. They lost the first round of the All-A, their first round of the All-A. They had a bye in the first round and played Leslie County, lost that one by about 15, 16 points, but they rattled off 2 wins in a row, and now they're sitting at 2-1. They picked up a road win, and they got a heck of a schedule coming up. If you don't know a lot about the Buckhorn Wildcats right now, you'll find out about it at the end of the next couple of weeks. So they got Cordia, Hazard, Breathitt, Letcher, back to back to back to back. All 4 of those teams, you'll find out a lot about Buckhorn. So they start the list at number 5. Number 4, coming up next, is Wolf County. The Wolves come in with a ton of anticipation and even more expectations for this season, because last year they were the region runners-up. They bring the squad back. They got a big year coming for them. How do they do in the All-A? Well, they have to play the winner of Knott and Hazard. They lose to Knott in their first round, in the second round of the All-A, and they fizzle out kind of early. I know it's disappointing for the Wolves, is that they got high expectations for themselves. They go out, get a big win against Bell County, and now they're 1-1. So they come in at 4, and number 3 on the list is going to be Leslie County. And gets a win against Buckhorn in the All-A, loses to Knott. They played them so tough, played them really tough, and without there was an intentional foul at the end of the game. I'm telling you, if it's not intentional, Knott goes to the free throw line, and they've got an opportunity. Leslie County's got an opportunity to come in, depending on how the free throws go, tie or take the lead at the buzzer. So they were right there, played really well. They've got a road win in the 13th region, which is something that's that can be hard to come by for 14th region teams. So they come in at 3. They're playing well. Number 2 is going to be Breathitt County. The Bobcats, led by John Noble and his squad, they're 3-1, the All-A region runners-up, and really they blew everybody out on the way there. Played Knott tough for a while, gave them all they could handle, but Knott eventually just stretched that lead on the Bobcats. I'm sure we'll see more from the Bobcats as the year rolls on, but they come in at number 2. And number 1, of course, the 4-0 Knott Central Patriots and your 14th region All-A champions, and they did it by the toughest way possible in the All-A. They had to beat Hazard, they had to beat Wolf County, they had to beat Leslie County, and they had to beat Breathitt County. All of those teams, all marquee wins in the 14th region, and that was a big blow to the Patriots, because in that first game against Hazard, if they didn't have Kent Dameron, I don't know if they win that game, because they stretched that lead out late and kind of took control. And he was the one hitting the free throws. He was the one with the ball in his hand. And it's really impressive that the Patriots were able to pull that out, to pull out the All-A without the help of Kent Dameron for those last couple of games. But there you go. Top 5 teams of the week. I'll be here next week. If you want to get in the list, teams, if you're watching and you want to be in Nathan Little's top 5, you want to be in Nate's takes, get out and get some wins. We'll see you next week.